physical media ranking video for you all. And today I'm talking my favorite pickups of 2024 for 4Ks and Blu-rays. Now, some of these did come out this current year, some of them came out the year before, and some may be a couple out of print titles now, but I just wanted to put this list together based on my own personal favorites. Thought that'd be unique and different to the channel here. So let's go into my top 10 pickups that I got this year. And once again, I waited on some of these because I needed them to get to a good deal first, right? But first, before we get into this amazing ranking list, if you love collecting physical media just like me, whatever format it might be, DVDs, Blu-rays, 4Ks, you're in the right spot. We're a friendly film fan community here. We love watching and talking movies. So if you want to help support saving physical media, just mega smash that like and subscribe and let me know in the comments below what were some of your favorite recent pickups. But let's get into this. So first up, we're going to have the Legally Blonde Collection Shout Select Edition. This was going out of print, or at least listed in the out of print Shout Select sale. I decided, hey, let's pick it up. I remember these movies. They were pretty fun. And I was entertained once again. They looked great on Blu-ray. Shout Select did a wonderful job with these titles. And both of these movies are actually pretty cool. They're really entertaining and funny. They're like coming of age stories, but for this lady that's a fish out of water in the legal world. And it's kind of cool just to see how she adapts to her environment. She stands out still. She's still confident, but it's just still very entertaining in some sort of way. And the sequel is actually pretty solid as well. So overall, enjoy both of these movies. And the Shout Select special features on here were fantastic. I love diving into the movies to learn more about them, how they were created. So really a solid release from Shout Select, and I love the cover too. So hey, I'm proud to have this one in my collection. No need to hide it, right? All right, next up, we are going to have one more Shout Select title on this list. This was another pickup in that sale, and this was actually a first time watch, so a complete blind buy for me. I had to pick up Twins. I'm a sucker for Arnold action movies, and I do like Danny DeVito as well. I think they're both talented. So hey, both of them together as twins, how fun could that be? And it was actually pretty entertaining. I thought the gimmick would get old after a while because it's like, okay, Arnold's tall and buff and Danny DeVito's little short guy, right? It's gonna get old fast, but no, it's actually really good. They do have a fun kind of brotherly chemistry about them. They kind of play off each other, and they're just unique in different ways, and they're hilarious together. But this movie does have some great action moments, some intense thrilling moments, also some heartfelt moments, like when they go look for their mom and all of that. Really some wonderful stuff in there. And so Twins, I was really blown away by. Oh, it just was so good. Still keeps up to today. So if you haven't seen Twins, I definitely highly recommend it. And once again, being on Shout Select, they just did a wonderful job with this transfer here, and it looked awesome in high definition. So really appreciate Twins. So I'll have to have this one in the collection. All right, next up, we are going to have our first steelbook in here. Yes, we're going to have Barry Gordy's The Last Dragon. Finally picked this one up when I got an awesome discount off of Amazon. And I really like this one. It had great music in here. The soundtrack is awesome. But you also just had wonderful fantasy setting with martial arts. It kind of reminded me of Mortal Kombat just a little bit. It's kind of what sucked me into picking up this title, but it's a good time. So if you're into kung fu martial arts and just fighting and really awesome music, this is such an awesome, fantastical kind of movie. So I really enjoyed this one. It was right up my wheelhouse. So yeah, definitely an easy watching movie for me. Barry Gordy's The Last Dragon. Highly, highly recommend. And the steelbook looked pretty cool as well. So yeah, had to pick this one up. Now let's get into the first slipcover and Prime Day deal. We have The Fugitive. Yes, finally picked up this movie. This was not a blind buy. I was just waiting for a major discount, and I finally got it. But The Fugitive is excellent for a thriller crime kind of movie. You got Harrison Ford and Tom Lee Jones, and they have great banter and dialogue back and forth. I don't care, right? Tom Lee Jones is so good in this movie, but it's very intense. A mystery's unraveling to try to prove this person's innocence, and it's just so edge of your seat the whole time. Very suspenseful, very intense, and oh my goodness, when I start this movie, I have to finish it, have to see how it unravels, and it's just so good. And with those new special features thrown in there to see the perspective and the making of the movie, and that it was based on a TV show initially, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is opening my my eyes. Did not know all this information, and there's a cool introduction in here for the movie now. The 4K quality is just there all around. So really like having this one in the collection, and so awesome. Finally picked it up. All right, next up we gotta have Girl Fight. Yes, the Criterion Collection. It is Criterion sale season, so how to point this one out. Happy Criterion Collection got this title. I remember it streaming way back when, and I did enjoy it then too. And this is just an awesome inspirational sports story. Does have a lot of drama in here as well, going on with family issues and a romance story. So it kind of has almost everything here, but it's really thrilling, and it's just a great kind of workout movie. In addition to my Rocky movies now, boom, I got Girl Fight, so it's definitely going to get the rewatchability there. But I really just enjoy this one, kind of twisty towards the end as well. And so, yeah, Girl Fight, highly recommend picking this one up during the sale time. Don't miss out on this one, okay? All right, next up, we're going to have. Ooh, standard slipcover Blu-ray. We got Dumb Money. Yes, finally this one wasn't costing any more dumb money. It got to a good decent price. So I was happy to pick this one up. But I really like this one. It's based on the real story of GameStop and the stock market, and basically the battle with Wall Street hedge investors and people shorting the stock. And it gets really wild. It's a great kind of business type of movie, but also it's just very entertaining here. You have a great cast in here with like Seth Rogen and Paul Dano and just so many more. Pete Davidson. So yeah, you definitely got an all-star cast here, and the list goes on and on. But I love the soundtrack here. Definitely pumps you up in moments. But it's just cool to see this real life story just unfold. It's so fascinating to learn about this history now, because this is going to be in the history books probably forever now, because it just was such a wild of a story. Basically, you got the little people sticking it to the man, and I always love that. Right, but it's very entertaining. Also has some YouTube stuff in there, right, with this main character, which was really cool and relatable. So I just enjoyed this whole thing start to finish. The special features were great as well. So I can highly recommend Dumb Money. Get it at that good price. All right, next up, we gotta have Footloose. Footloose. Everybody cut Footloose. I'm actually a big fan of the remake of this movie. I've seen that one plenty of times. It's actually in my top 20 favorite movies of all time, believe it or not. So I was really excited to see what the original would be like. And I did enjoy this one overall. Of course, not as much as the remake, because I absolutely love that one from when I was younger. But the original was still pretty good. You got Kevin Bacon in there and other good cast members. Kind of just gives you an 80s vibe with the aesthetics and the music. And it was really awesome. Kind of made you want to get up and dance as well, which I always enjoy. And the steelbook design is just gorgeous. All right, next up, we got to have another one in the Criterion Collection to celebrate the season. And we got Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. Yes, this is not the Disney Pinocchio here. It's much more deep and dark and related to the original story of Pinocchio. And I really appreciate that. It was so awesome what they did with the stop motion animation work here. It just looks so artistic, and it was a great movie overall. I mean, Ian McGregor as Jiminy Cricket, you cannot do better than that. But the whole voice cast is great here. And I love the special features Criterion put into this one. It really dived into what the director thought of the movie and also all the different animators. It was just so wonderful to see what they were able to pack in here. Also, the case and the artwork is so beautiful. You pull it out, you got the Pinocchio nose. Really great design for the movie. So Criterion just did an amazing job, and I enjoyed finally picking this one up during the sale season, of course. All right, next up, we got to have one from Scream Factory again, and I absolutely love having Killer Clowns on 4K Ultra HD finally. These clowns just really popped on the disc format. This movie also sounds great with that great little whimsical score. But yes, the Killer Clowns from Outer Space is such a wonderful B-level cult classic horror movie. So happy Scream Factory did this treatment to this one finally. There's tons of special features in here to really dive into the movie, and it was just an awesome time. I mean, you just can't forget these killer clowns. They're so weird and bizarre, and just how they go after people. I mean, come on, the balloon dog chase sequence. Oh my gosh, there's nothing better than that, with the cotton candy and of course the shadow puppet. Oh my gosh, so weird but so fun and entertaining. I can watch this one again and again. So finally happy to have Killer Clowns with such a great Scream Factory steelbook. I mean, look at the cotton candy here, just so colorful, just pops with the pinks and yellows and reds. So really enjoyed this release overall, so memorable for the year. Now we're into our final one, number one, our top of the top. What was my favorite pickup of this year? And we got to go with a box set. Box sets get a little bit of a boost from me. And we got to have the Toxic Avenger Collection TA in 4K. My first time seeing all four of these movies. And I really like them overall. Yes, they're from Troma, so they're bizarre and gross and low budget, but that's okay. It still has a superhero flavor to it, but also a monster movie flavor, and it really goes into some wild things and even brings up some societal issues in some of the entries. And oh my gosh, it has a lot to say in these movies. Behind the grossness, if you can get through all of that. Once again, don't be showing this one to your mama now. She ain't gonna be able to handle this one. But I really enjoyed the Toxic Avenger collection. I just love the greens here, and the face just really sticks out. Tons of great special features. You got introductions for all the movies. I mean, oh my gosh, it really went all out on this collection. So just one of the best box sets ever, in my opinion. Just so gorgeous to look at. You got all the entries there. It's just so cool. So finally picked it up because it got to a really good price, which, oh my gosh, you can't beat the price it is at now. So definitely with all these titles here, if you like them and you haven't bought them yet, I will link those Amazon affiliate links in the description below because some of them are still at an amazing discount. Definitely pick up on some of them if you can. Fun, easy way to support the channel, of course. And also, now go ahead and leave in the comments what were your favorites you picked up in 2024. Once again, they don't have to have come out in 2024. Just what did you pick up? What were your personal favorites you finally got a hold of and added to your collection? Of course, go ahead and mega smash that like and subscribe. And then, of course, have a great day watching and talking the movies. And if you love this physical media topic, which I know you did, go ahead and mega smash the next video right now. And thank you so much, my Mega membership supporters. If you love talking and collecting movies, consider joining the Mega League of Film Fans through memberships to support content creation while gaining access to perks like shoutouts, exclusive videos, and future topic choices.